2010, the house was attacked, but we had a security room which you can't break the door. You can't. Even this young Somali guy, he tried with his axe, and yes, he tried to get inside because he wanted to kill me. But I could alarm the police, and they came and they shot him in the knee, so he was very soon. They overcame him very, very soon. That was a bad experience. But I have not, and that is because of our close relations to the PEC. I have never been traumatized. Of course, I've been afraid, but normally I leave all the security problems to the PET. They know what to do, and they know exactly what the situation is.
If we take as an example the Danish cartoons of Muhammad, the first question a prosecutor would ask is, did they intend to incite hatred on grounds of Islam, or were they an artistically expressed comment on a matter of public concern? And even framing the question that way, you can see very quickly what the answer would be, what the prosecutor would say. The prosecutor would say, very, very hard to prove intention. How do we prove intention? We have to see some evidence that the editors of the Jyllands-Posten, of the newspaper or the magazine, that they have a program of wanting to antagonize Muslims or something like that, and then we could prove it was done with the right intent. But that's, you're not going to get that evidence. So the prosecutor would say, insufficient evidence, no prosecution.
We can all live together, and I would, anytime I would fight for everyone's right to have his or her religion. But I will fight the religion if it starts to attack some of the pillars of the Danish democracy, the freedom of speech, for example.
I was about to pack up my stuff and leave to go to Sweden for an editorial meeting. And then about, I think it was 20 to 11 in the morning, somebody buzzed my door phone. And fortunately, I could not open it from my apartment, but I could hear it. So I went to open the window, and there was a man in a postal jacket standing outside of the front door downstairs. So I opened the window and said, unfortunately, I cannot buzz you in because the door phone does not work. But I can come back. He said, I have a package for you. So I said, all right, I'll come down and receive the package. And so I went down, opened the door, and he gave me a strange-looking package. There was nothing in it, and then he pulled out a gun and shot at my head from less than a meter's distance. And the shot passed right through past my right ear, and the bullet launched itself in the stairway, and he tried to cock the pistol to give another shot, and I then jumped him and tried to hit him in the face with my fist, and he lost the pistol. And then we were fighting a bit, and he recovered the pistol and tried to cock it again, and I tried to hit him again, and then eventually he gave up and fled. So that was what happened.
with the specific religious offence, the mere fact that there has been public disorder is not sufficient. You have to show intent. But of course there are other offences, more broader ones, of using threatening, as I come back to the section 5, threatening, abusive or insulting words or behaviour, which are likely to cause harassment, alarm or distress. But then the problem is the cartoon threatening? Is the cartoon abusive? Is the cartoon insulting? Ah, well there we get very close. Insulting, perhaps the cartoon is insulting, but the Parliament has recently removed the word insulting from that offence. It's been cut out. The law has changed because of these sorts of worry, because of the sense that the word insult is too broad, and that might criminalise speech that we think should not be criminalised.
There is fear, but nevertheless we have got to stand firm. We have got a piece of we have gone a piece of the road, and we can't stop. And yes, but I respect the fear. It is not very comfortable to be scared. But we have, because there are also colleagues who are fighting with the fear and who are trying to push on. But the fear is there. That's quite sure, and I respect the fear very much. I have also been afraid.
But in terms of the control of speech, we have offences, if you like, in our toolbox that we can use as prosecutors or police to control speech, which are much broader than this specific religious offence. So one view is that it's largely symbolic. It's symbolic, and it was a gesture to the Muslim community to redress some of the problems arising from satanic verses and the Salman Rushdie affair, the Danish cartoons case, to say, don't worry, we have a criminal offence, you're protected in your religion, you know, we do care about that, it's not just for Christians, it's for all religions, but in practice it's not used very much.